How's it guys, got another review ready to go, and today we're looking at the Hayabusa boot. As usual, everything stated in the following video is my own subjective opinion based on many hours worth of play, research and some testing, but your own experience may still vary. If it does, please feel free to let me know why. I generally try to answer all comments in a sort of a timely manner. One thing to mention about these reviews is that the weapons or skills I look at are generally picked up early on in the runs, meaning they usually don't have high levels of base damage or modifiers, and this is countered a little by the fact that just about every weapon or skill I have unlocked and upgraded up to level 2 or 3, giving a sort of the damage boost of about 10 to 15% across the board. Bear in mind that a good modifier may change a build or playstyle completely, so not everything here is set in stone. The Hayabusa boot's melee weapon uses short-range, fast-paced attacks to perform a 4-hit combo, ending with a nice little area of effect. These attacks can be changed at medium to fast speed. Now, while the combo does move your character forward slightly of its own accord, you can't really fall off the edge during an attack combo, so don't worry about that. The weapon is decent for taking out smaller enemies or groups of enemies and groups of flyers, but like most melee weapons, struggles to kill individual flyers at times and sort of isolated enemies in corners and things. Larger enemies like pirate captains and meat grinders, that sort of thing, can't be finished off quickly without high strength, which is where the weapon's weakness lies. Strength. Despite its fast attacks, the boot struggles to get a full combo off on an enemy before it can attack you, especially the more tanky ones, when you don't have enough strength invested into your build. And for more or less the same reason, it doesn't perform very well against the bosses either. You'll struggle to get a full combo off against the Watcher. Despite all of that, the weapon is so much fun and it looks amazing too, especially when you get the full combo off. And I mean, just pulling that full combo off in the middle of a group of flyers, just watching them all pop is very satisfying indeed. I recommend having at least 6 strength going into the fjord at the very least, aiming for a 7th point while you're there quite early on in the run, and going for 8 to 9 points by the time you get to the graveyard, and 10 plus by the time the Watcher fight begins. Of course, it isn't always possible, but that's what you should aim for. Try for a ratio, in my opinion, of 3 to 4 strength. For every 3 to 4 strength, you should have 1 HP. So if you've got 8 strength, you should have 2 to 3 HP. 10 strength, you should have 3 to 4 HP. I mean, the weapon is pretty good defensively, but it does need a good amount of strength to be effective. Complemented with damage over time, secondary weapons and skills are nice, but prioritize a damage boost, strength mods on your skills or your secondary weapon, or corrupted power as an ability, and disables as well over that extra DPS is probably the best idea for this build. Okay, let's just do a little checklist here quick. It's good versus small enemies, groups of enemies and groups of flyers. It's average versus large single targets and single isolated flyers. It's not very good. It's pretty bad actually against bosses, and it's bad against everything if you don't have high strength. In terms of fun, I'd give this an 8.5 out of 10 for fun factor, and an overall efficacy rating of about 7.5 out of 10. It loses points because it's just too strength dependent at the moment. I still like it, and I use it often, and in fact I'll drop better weapons to use it because I think it's so much fun. As always, thanks for watching, and if you've learned something from this video, please do like and subscribe for more of the same, and check out the provided playlists on my channel if you feel so inclined. Happy hunting!